Hey there! So you want to enjoy all the amazing things Utah has to offer, and you want your dog right there with you. You've come to the right place. We're going to walk through how to find the perfect local trainer who really understands our unique lifestyle here.
We're going to cover everything you need to know so you can feel totally confident when you start searching for a trainer, one who really gets what it's like to have a dog right here in Utah.
Okay, so here's our game plan. We'll start with why Utah is kind of special when it comes to dog training. Then, we'll help you figure out what you really need. After that, we'll get into choosing the right person for the job, take a peek at what it might cost, and wrap up with some great local spots to put all that new training to the test.
All right, let's get into it. You might be thinking, training is training, right? Well, yes and no. Choosing a trainer here in Utah isn't just about sit and stay. It's really about getting your dog ready for our specific, and let's be honest, awesome environment.
Think about it. You're on a trail along the Wasatch Front and it's crowded. You've got hikers, maybe some off-leash dogs, squirrels, deer, you name it. A good local trainer helps your dog handle all of that, from staying cool when a mountain biker zooms past to just chilling out at a busy farmer's market in a ski town. They get it.
Okay, so before you start Googling trainers, let's take a quick step back. It is so helpful to first pinpoint exactly what you and your pup need to work on.
So, what's the goal here? Are we talking about general good manners for your family dog? Or maybe you're dealing with something more specific, like fear or anxiety. That's what we call behavior modification. Or, hey, maybe you have bigger dreams, like getting into competitive agility. All very different things.
And then, you've got to think about how you want to learn. What fits your life? In-home sessions can be fantastic for puppy manners, or things that only happen at home. But group classes, they're amazing for helping your dog learn to listen and focus, even with all the distraction of other dogs and people around.
Yeah, so getting clear on your main goal is huge. Is it just to stop the leash pulling on your neighborhood walks? Or is it something bigger, like having a rock-solid recall when you're up in the canyons on an off-leash day? Nailing this down is what's going to help you find a trainer who has just the right expertise.
Okay, so you know what you need. Now for the big part. How do you actually find a qualified, effective, and most importantly, humane professional?
Here's a big one. You really want to look for trainers who use what's called positive reinforcement. Basically, it means they use rewards, like treats, praise, or toys, to encourage the behaviors you want. This approach isn't just safer and more effective for the long haul. It actually builds a stronger, more trusting relationship with your dog. It makes learning fun, and who doesn't learn better when they're having fun?
Finding the right person might sound daunting, but it doesn't have to be. Just follow these 3 simple steps, and you'll be able to make a really informed decision.
All right, credentials. You're going to see a bunch of letters after trainers' names, and it can look like alphabet soup, I know. But these things actually matter. They show that a trainer has put in the work, they've been tested on their knowledge of dog behavior, and they're committed to professional standards. Something like a CPD-TKA, for example, tells you they're serious about their education. A lot of trainers will offer a free chat or consultation, and you should absolutely take advantage of that. It's your chance to ask these kinds of questions and just get a feel for them. Pay close attention to how they answer. Does their approach feel right for you and your dog? Do they really seem to understand what you're trying to achieve here in Utah?
Okay, let's talk money. It's good to have an idea of the investment you're looking at for professional training here in Utah, so there are no surprises.
Now keep in mind, these are just averages for 2025. Prices can definitely vary based on a trainer's experience and your specific location. Costs along the Wasatch Front, for example, might be a little different than in other parts of the state.
So here's a quick look at the typical ranges. As you can see, a group class for a few weeks is on the lower end, while something more intensive, like a board and train program, is a much bigger investment. This should give you a general ballpark to help you match your training goals with your budget. All right, once you actually start training, you're going to need good places to practice. And this is where living in Utah is pretty fantastic, because we have some great options.
These are just a few ideas. Parks like these give you real-world scenarios to work in. You can start practicing recalls in a safe fenced spot like Herman Frank's Park. Then once your dog gets better, you can level up to a place like Mill Creek Canyon on an odd day, with all the real-life distractions of other hikers and dogs. It's all about building on those skills.
Because that's the goal, right? A confident dog who is ready for pretty much any adventure you can dream up here in Utah.
Finding the right person to guide you is step 1. But what really makes the training stick is you.
your consistent practice, and your patience. That's what turns those lessons into reliable, real-world skills.
So good luck with your search. A well-trained dog really does make everything better, from a simple walk downtown to a big hike up in the mountains. It's safer and way more enjoyable for you, for your dog, and for everyone you meet along the way.